Heartbroken because they weren't able to have an open casket for their loved one.
They claim her remains were not properly stored at an Oak Park hospital. It's a claim the hospital denies. CBS 2's Suzanne Le Mignot has the story you'll see only on 2.
She was the funny one in the family.
Tania Adams talks about her sister, Carol Walton.
She was a bus attendant. She did crossing guard. She loved children.
Walton died on December 17th in 2022 here at West Suburban Medical Center in Oak Park. Her sister says the 71-year-old suffered a stroke. She spent 3 weeks in the hospital recovering. During that time, she caught COVID-19. Among the things listed for Walton's official cause of death are pneumonia and stroke. On December 21st, the funeral home in charge of Walton's service went to the hospital to pick up her body.
Well, it was not in the freezer.
The funeral home owner and funeral director spoke to us under the condition we not reveal their identities, as they feel it may affect their relationship with hospitals.
After they showed us where the body was at, which was in a separate room, which was a warm room, we was very shocked, very shocked.
The funeral home owner says the body was in an area known as an autopsy suite. The funeral home director says they identified Walton's body by a tag placed on the foot, which is the protocol. He said about 20 minutes after picking up Walton's body, they arrived at the funeral home for embalming.
When you got back here, what did you see?
We saw just decomposition. She was decomposed.
And it surprised you because you were picking her up from the hospital.
From a hospital, right? Not from a house, from a hospital. Supposed to be a climate-controlled cooler, but she wasn't in the cooler. She was in the autopsy suite.
The funeral home owner says he immediately took pictures of the condition of Walton's body and had the heartbreaking task of sharing them with her sister. CBS 2 has viewed the photographs, which appear to be dated December 21st, 2022.
That picture is still in my head every time I close my eyes. I can't sleep because that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Adams wanted to have an open casket funeral for her sister. Loved ones had been unable to visit Walton in the hospital because she had COVID-19. A spokesperson for West Suburban Medical Center told us the claim about Ms. Walton's remains being outside of the morgue is false. We asked former Lake County Coroner Howard Cooper to look at the photos of Walton's body, which the funeral home owner says were taken about 20 minutes after the body was removed from the hospital. Cooper told us there is no question she was not in a properly refrigerated room or morgue. Based on the photos I reviewed, I would say this woman was left out of the morgue for at least 2 days. He added that if she was in the morgue, it was not at proper temperature. A hospital spokesperson says they monitor and inspect all equipment regularly and make repairs as needed. When I asked if the equipment was inspected and if a repair was made after December 21st, when the family tells us the decomposition was brought to the hospital's attention, I was told we have no further comments.
I have to fight, and I wanted to make sure I took proper steps to go and make sure they don't get to do this ever again to another family.
Suzanne Le Mignot, CBS 2 News.